So, admittedly, I do have to dub over this instead of doing a regular video like usual because, I've been fucking busy. I don't have time for this shit, and also I don't have time to figure out audio stuff, so I'm just doing what's easiest for me right now. But, I wanted to upload a video since it's been like a hot minute since I uploaded one. So, figured I might as well do that. So, here we are, dubbed over Skywars. Which I lose a lot, obviously, because it's me. I mean, what do you expect? I may be good at the game, but I'm also atrocious, as you're about to see. This was an interesting first game of mine, but whatever. Point is, this is a dubbed over video. Just wanted to release something, so here. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about as of the time I'm recording this specific audio line, so this is going to be interesting to figure out for the next, 9 minutes. I guess this is probably the point in the video where I should ask you guys to subscribe and stuff, because, cool things. Subscribe, like the video, comment, share, everything. Woo! Trying to hit 1,100 subscribers by the end of the month. That'd be really cool. That's about all I got on that front. Mods, are you proud of me? I actually did the call to action for once without you guys reminding me. For those that don't know, on my Twitch account, my mods basically have to tell me to do the call to action because otherwise I will completely forget and I will just never mention that people should follow or subscribe to me, honestly. I haven't really told any funny stories about my job at Target yet, so this is going to be interesting. I guess for the sake of not getting sued by the major corporation that has a shit ton of money with a shit ton of lawyers, what I say in this video doesn't reflect on the company itself and is just my own personal opinions. Yep. Anyways, so fun stories. So we have a coworker. His nickname is Grumpy Jim. There's a reason his nickname is Grumpy Jim. So when we are unloading a truck, because as you guys know, I do cardboard box things for Target, right? We do the things, we take the boxes off of trucks and we stock them on shelves. This is very decently known information that all, major stores like that do. So I do that in the morning, very early in the morning. Grumpy Jim, he is also a part of this crew, right? We have a crew of 10 people. We rotate through employees. There's about 5 every shift, blah, blah, blah. And Grumpy Jim, well, we call him Grumpy Jim because we can never seem to make him happy, ever. He always is upset about some kind of bullshit. And more recently, one of the bullshit things that he has not been happy about is that we don't get boxes off the truck fast enough. Yeah, that's right. We're not moving fast enough for him. And he doesn't like that. And the reason he doesn't like that is because he's an asshole. There's literally no other reason. He is the same level coworker as us, so it's not like he's any managerial type position or anything like that. He's just one of us, but he gets mad at us when we're not moving things fast or all of that jazz, and he gets angry and he's like, "Oh, you guys need to be pushing these boxes faster. I'm Grumpy Jim and I think that you young people are stupid," or whatever. And the thing is, this dude is the very definition of he dishes it but cannot take it. Now let me elaborate on what I mean by that. Bro cannot handle when you give him the exact same shit that he gives you. An example of this is the other day when we're moving boxes off of the truck. We use this conveyor belt system because obviously picking up the boxes from the truck, turning around and putting them on dispersal vehicles and blah, blah, blah. That's wildly inefficient. So we have a conveyor belt. We have 2 people taking boxes off the truck, pushing them down the conveyor belt. We pick them up and then we put them on dispersion vehicles for stocking, blah, blah, blah. he's normally the one that takes stuff off the truck and pushes it on the conveyor belt. We call that pushing the line, is what it's called. He is so incredibly annoying about it that he will push the line from where he is on the truck all the way down to the very end of the line and cause boxes to fall off of the line because they're so tightly compact that they just kind of slingshot out. Like, I don't really know how I would describe this actually as an analogy, because oh shit, how would I describe that as an analogy? Whatever, doesn't matter. Point is, physics and stuff. Like, he doesn't like when we move too slow, so he does that and decides to make our entire lives horrible. Well, one time, he made the mistake of raising his voice. And I have this trans coworker of mine. She's absolutely fantastic. Love her to death. She yelled at his dumbass right back. And bro went silent. I mean, completely and utterly silent. And then he just went back to working the truck. Not a single complaint, not anything like that for the rest of the goddamn shift. And oh my god, it was the most ethereal experience ever, because actually dealing with his bullshit just in general takes up about half of my energy on any given shift. So I actually left that shift with energy for once, which is very rare considering when I get home from my shift, I go to the basement, which is where my room is, I plop down on my bed, and I clonk right the fuck out. Like, completely clonk the fuck out. And then, we actually were able to do stuff. That's part of the reason I actually recorded this video. This is a very recent thing. This was a very recent experience where Grumpy Jim wasn't grumpy because someone yelled at him for yelling at them. It was very fun, very karmic experience. I was very lucky to witness it. But yeah, thank my trans coworker for giving me the energy to actually record a video. Thank them for that, because they're the only reason you're getting something right now. And we have another coworker whose name is Jim, who's younger, admittedly. Still like an old guy, but this dude's fucking huge. I mean, giant sized, got the muscle to back it up. He also unloads the truck. Bro also talks the fuck back to Grumpy Jim, because he doesn't take shit from Grumpy Jim, because Grumpy Jim is an old fuck. I mean this in the nicest way possible, of course, but Grumpy Jim doesn't really like us, and I'm like almost 100% sure that this will never be seen by anyone from where I work in the slightest. And even if it was, I don't think they'd recognize who I am. I think, based on my voice. I mean, I kind of have a recognizable voice, but I don't think they'd recognize me. Surely not. Well, worst case, I'll deal with the legal ramifications of getting fired later. Whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine. Fun fact about Target, by the way, a lot of their like microwave meals that they have there at Target, surprisingly good, surprisingly cheap. It was like $4 for like a microwave mac and cheese. And I would get that for my lunch sometimes while I was working there. Honestly, not the worst decision I've ever made. Surprisingly decent mac and cheese. And I say this as a mac and cheese connoisseur, as you all know. I'm an expert on mac and cheese, clearly, because I've made a video on making box mac and cheese. Because I'm just, an expert, like I said. No one's better at mac and cheese than moi. And I gotta say, surprisingly, Target mac and cheese, somewhat top tier. Well, that's like all I got for now. I never thought I'd spend 9 minutes complaining about an old fuck coworker named Grumpy Jim. Yeah, here we are for a YouTube video. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time, and peace.